be nice and warm.
Right. Because I'm like, I normally take my little like Christmas beach trip, and I'm like, what if I just delay it a week?
Yeah.
And
You could even do, if you delayed it to that point in time, you could also do New Year's Eve in Miami.
see now, I don't. That's too many people and stuff for me. Like I'd want to go to the game and then like fly back the night of the 30th and be back here for New Year's Eve. Like, yeah, that's
Yeah. I mean, understand. But in that same point in time, you would be right in line with a lot of people that have been thinking about losing weight going into the new year. So, did your last big round of hurrah out of it with New Year's Eve?
yeah. I think for like a lot of people at that point on December 30th, that would be the furthest thing from my mind. Like, yeah, it's like fitness programming, nutrition programming. Like, no, yeah, I'm gonna party in Miami, like and thing, and then I can start January 2nd. Like, it'll be okay.
Right. So, if we pick up where we left off, we've gone through four different pieces so far. Step one, your fat loss plan would be: are you ready? You're figuring out your stage of change. Are you actually ready to commit to this fat loss plan? Step two would be making a SMART goal. Right? You have to have a goal that you can specific, measurable, achievable, related, timely. It's very specific to make sure that you actually have something you're aiming towards to move the needle. Step three would be tracking everything. Step four would, so you track everything, you know what your maintenance calories are, you do all of that part. So then step four would be creating your deficit. How are you going to burn off that extra bit of calories in there, somewhere around, 500 to 600 a day of extra calories? Is it going to be, we would recommend in some combination of nutrition and fitness, um, as you heard in our last episode talk about this. So now we're into step five of your fat loss plan. If you haven't already gone to franchisenf.com and set up your free meet and greet, you can go ahead and do that now. Or you can continue following this trajectory and try and do it on your own. Same evidence-based stuff out there suggests that it may not be successful for you doing it all on your own. And you probably would be more successful with support and accountability like we here at Franchise NF provide. So step five, after you've created your deficit in your fat loss plan, what would be the next thing you do, Matt?
Implementation. I would start doing it. Action.
Right. It's the action time. It's the time to put that into action. And the simplest thing that I can come up with in the action is, out of your deficit plan that you've created, start with one thing. Just do one thing the next day. You don't have to try to do all of your diet. You don't have to try to do all of your exercise. Just choose one thing.
Absolutely. I'm a huge proponent of that because it can be very overwhelming if you're coming from, like we talked about, if you're coming from this mindset that you've been in Miami and partying and a bunch of drinking and a bunch of food and just sitting on your butt watching football, to go, hey, I'm going to go hit the gym for 60 minutes. I'm going to do, eat, proper portion sizes and this and that. Like, I think that one of the easiest things to do is go, like, you always are a proponent of this, like eat one extra piece of fruit or eat an extra vegetable or like go for a 10-minute walk, like something, just go boom, I checked that off. It's going to make you feel accomplished because you have accomplished something. You're onto your goal. But if you try to go this crazy amount, you're going to set yourself up for failure. And those are the people I always hear. They're like, I don't have the motivation anymore. I don't know what happened to the motivation. Well, you killed your motivation. Like, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like, I failed. It's like, yeah, you did. Because even us at our best, like, it's hard to do, a 10-step plan right from the get-go.
Yeah. If you go back to step two in this plan and you listen to that episode about creating a SMART goal, this would be time to make another SMART goal, but a really short, timely one. Like, in the next week, I will do this one thing this number of times. So if it's you eat one extra piece of fruit 3 days in the next week, that's something small enough. And as you give yourself the leeway there, you have 4 days where maybe you don't eat an extra piece of fruit. It's just 3 days, but it's something that's very small and individual that you can be achieving and making sure you're taking the steps towards your greater long-term goal.
And I think this is probably the most difficult strategy for a lot of people. A lot of the clients I've worked with, you come off again like December 30th, 31st, not doing anything. It's like, well, I'm going to follow this super restrictive caloric diet and I'm going to start this like 90x or what, it's like something where I have to work out every day for the next 90 days, like the whole 30 type stuff. It's like,
Oh yeah,
no,
the
like
75
what?
hard, whatever
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm going to work out twice a day. One of them has to be outside. I'm going to like, what? And you're gonna start this in January. You have to have one work outside in January. Yeah, good luck. Like I'd fail day one. Like, nope, not doing it.
Yeah. Unless you were in Miami.
Valid, yeah.
I don't know. The all in approach, I can appreciate it. I know what that's like. I've been there for very, very specific reasoning and goals. But there is plenty of evidence out there that says that that is not the way to go. Like Matt said, you're setting yourself up for failure if you think that you're going to go in on day one and completely remove everything from your pantry and all of the food from your house. And you're going to start completely over from scratch. And you're going to magically cook all of this food that you're going to eat that's going to put you in the caloric deficit that you need to be in. And you're going to work out twice in the day, starting on day one. That's why so many people after the New Year's resolution phase of things in the first month or two fall off and don't keep up with it. We've talked about this before when it comes to New Year's resolutions. The number one New Year's resolution that people do not keep throughout the year is their nutrition fitness plan.
And like it's got to be like something you're gonna want to attain and make a lifestyle change. Like like you said, like throwing everything out of the pantry. If I go in there and take all the stuff, quote, the bad foods or the stuff I'm not supposed to eat according to a lot of quote fitness and nutrition professionals, I'm going to take out half the stuff I enjoy. Like, and so
Right.
like then I'm already starting off 2024 miserable, and then wonder why I'm not motivated to do this anymore.
Yeah. And so I know Matt has started his plan with a specific fitness thing. We're going to talk about it in a future episode, not this one.
I might be intrigued to talk about that, and I've already got all my bullet points and like the actual workout's going to look like after doing a week of it. It's fun. I'm
Yeah.
3 days into a six day split for 1 week, and I'm like, this is it's
Yeah,
stupid.
it's tough. It's a challenge. But unlike Matt, I am saving my stuff until the start of the new year and to do one thing at a time. And I'm building up my plan to be able to achieve those small things at the beginning of the year. If you're out there and you're listening to this podcast, you've probably been looking forward to utilizing some of the things that we've explained in this podcast that you should be trying to do at your home or in your gym at wherever you go, whatever you're doing. What is the one thing that you think that you're going to start doing at the start of the new year? Let us know in the comments. You can send us a message at franchisenf.com through the contact us link, or hit us up on social media. See where we're at. We're Franchise Nutrition and Fitness on all the platforms. Let us know where we're doing that you enjoy, and let us know some things that you're doing that you've learned on this podcast. But like we say every week, maximize every bite.
Maximize every rep.